remain standing, men remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem. My name is Caitlin Chouinard, and I'm the president of the class of 2013. I will be attending the University of Connecticut and majoring in pharmacy. I would like to start by welcoming Dr. Cummings, members of the school committee, Mr. Pignataro, Mrs. Cohen, faculty members, honored guests, friends, family, and of course, the class of 2013 to this year's graduation ceremony. As we gather here tonight, not only with fellow members of our class, but also with our family and friends, we recognize the great accomplishments we have all experienced in our time at Grafton High School. As your president, I believe we should all be proud of each other for making it here to this point tonight. We finally did it. Congratulations. People always say that the best thing in life comes in threes. For high school, I believe that those three are friends, dreams, and memories. We have all experienced these three, which made up our time here at Grafton High School. Whether you had 2 or 32, everyone in this class has had friends to spend the past 4 years with. Some you may have been closer with than others, but we all had those special friends that made high school enjoyable. The special part about our class that I haven't seen in every graduating class is the way that mostly everyone in this class can call anyone a friend. Our class has seemed to become one big group of friends over the past year spent together. As we walked in the doors to a big high school the first day of our freshman year, we all had dreams. Although they may have varied, anywhere ranging from, I dream to be the valedictorian, to, I dream of passing my EP exam, we all shared the commonality of having at least one dream, one something that we wished to accomplish while we spent our 4 years in high school. Over these years, I have witnessed many people achieve their dreams, whether it was the football team winning the Super Bowl, softball team winning states, the theater club putting on their best musical ever, or someone making honor roll. Big or small, we all had dreams which many of us had the chance to accomplish. High school is the time where memories are made. Whether they are inside or outside of school, we all have those times that we remember as we grow up. Being together as a class since kindergarten, we all remember coming together in 3rd grade after being separated at North and South Grafton elementary schools, attending the fun fair every year, growing up and going to school dances in middle school, or now being the first class to graduate from a new school. One of the best parts of our class is the unity that came during the changes of homecoming week due to being in a new building. We had to change parts of the typical homecoming week legacy, but I'm proud that our class was the start to many new traditions. My favorite memory is when we came together that week, not as 164 individuals, but rather as one class, or one giant sea of purple, which showed how truly unified our class has become over the past 4 years. I hope you all keep that as a memory. With this graduation comes the end of one phase of your life, including your high school friends, dreams, and memories. I wish you all the best with achieving the next phase of your life with new friends, dreams, and memories. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Yumi Zhang. I will be attending Tufts University and majoring in biochemistry. I would like to welcome Dr. Cummings, members of the school committee, Mr. Pignataro, Mrs. Cohen, faculty members, honored guests, family, friends, and the class of 2013 to this year's graduation. Thank you for supporting us during the last 4 years. We wouldn't be here without you. I'd also like to thank Google, Wikipedia, and Dunkin' Donuts for sponsoring the last 4 years. Oh, what's that? They didn't? Well, they should have. So, what has happened in the last 17 or 18 years? Our jeans have gotten skinnier. Instead of driving toy cars in our driveways, we drive real cars down Providence Road. Some of us smell a little stronger of Axe, but that's okay. It just means that we're getting smarter. After all, genius is 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. In a couple of minutes, we will be alumni of Grafton High School. I still remember our first day of freshman year when Mr. Pintaro said that the next 4 years will fly by. And I wondered, how can time fly? Maybe if you throw a clock out a window. Does time fly in the sense that it's passing by faster than usual? Well, if we were to plot the graph of time versus how fast that passage of time feels, the rate at which we feel time passing increases as we get closer and closer to graduation. As Mrs. Sherman would say, the resulting graph would be a happy parabola smiling at us. The same graph can be applied to a number of choices we've had to make. As we have gotten older, our choices and their impacts have increased exponentially. When we were in kindergarten, our biggest decision of the day was whether we wanted chocolate milk or white milk during snack time. Now, remember that one relative who would always ask you what you wanted to be when you grew up? And you'd always reply with a nonsensical answer like, I want to be a princess, a Jedi, or a ninja. You didn't have to give a serious answer because no one really expected you to. As we left kindergarten and entered elementary school, our choices became more complicated. Now we had to decide who we wanted to play with during recess. In middle school, we had to choose whether we wanted to take French or Spanish, with whom we wanted to sit with during lunch, and whether we wanted to play sports or join clubs such as jazz band, art club, science club, theater, or the short-lived math Olympiad team. Through all these years at family gatherings, that relative is still asking you what you want to be when you grow up. And with each passing year, your answer became slightly more realistic. Then came high school and its onslaught of choices. For the first time in our academic careers, we got to choose the classes we were on our schedule, along with the sports teams and extracurricular activities we joined. Some of us chose to take chemistry. We were rewarded by Mr. Heroic setting our hands on fire to teach us about combustion reactions, or when he vacuumed us into trash bags to demonstrate the effects of air pressure. Some of us decided to play football. The split-second decisions that we made on the football field led us to finally defeating the Woolies. While we still don't know what a Woolie really is, it doesn't matter because we're Super Bowl champions. Some of us chose to join theater. The smiles and tears following the Sunday performance of Urinetown showed just how ecstatic you were about your decision to join, whether it was as an actor or a techie. Others joined groups like Student Council, NHS, FCL, SAD, and peer leaders to help make our school and community a better place. And yet, there are still others who chose to spend our 4 years at Grafton High School differently. You're the ones who filled our hallways with beautiful artwork, sang your heart out in chorus, or who just last year was sitting in the pit wondering when a speaker just like myself would stop rambling. You're the individuals who work at places like Pepperoni Express and Kumon or volunteer for local organizations. All your choices have led to this instant in the space-time continuum. Often, graduation is seen as the culmination of a 12-year journey. But really, it's just a celebration of the choices we have made up until this point in time. While not every choice may have been perfect, we have come a long way since the days of elementary school playgrounds and milk-flavored decisions. As we stand here on the precipice of the future, some already have chosen their next course of action. Our choices have led us to pursue studies in areas such as business, medicine, law, teaching, musical composition, scientific research, and the military. So, remember that relative I mentioned earlier who kept asking you what you wanted to be when you grew up? Maybe they're here right now. Well, you can finally give them an answer. But for others who still don't know what we want to do with our lives, that's okay. When I look around, I see a room full of adults, the class of 2013. Our choices have shaped who we are today, and the choices we continue to make will shape our future in exciting ways. Congratulations, class of 2013. I can't wait to hear about the amazing choices you have made at our first reunion. Thank you.
Good evening. I'd like to acknowledge and thank Dr. Cummings, Mr. Pignataro, Mrs. Cohen, the members of the school committee, faculty members, honored guests, family and friends, and especially the graduating class. I am Julia McCormick, and I'm a proud member of the Grafton High School class of 2013. I'll be attending the University of Rhode Island and majoring in mathematics and secondary education. Now, my classmates, let this sink in. This is the last time the entire class of 2013 will be together as one united being. Take a look to your left and to your right. Chances are you have some sort of connection with the person sitting next to you. Maybe they were in your first grade class, or maybe you just saw them sitting at the same lunch table every day. As a result, we have all become united in some strange shape or form, and that's what makes the class of 2013 so unique. I'll be honest. Coming up with a graduation speech without saying the same things about winning homecoming and making new friends that we hear every year is really difficult. So what did I do to get some inspiration? I revisited an old graduation speech, but it wasn't quite what you think. It was a speech I gave at our 8th grade graduation, and among the middle school recap, I found some valuable advice that I found not only helped us here at Grafton High, but is still applicable to the journeys that we are about to embark upon. In my speech, I stated, most people say that this is the time when our lives begin, but it's more like when our lives begin to change. We certainly have experienced a few changes in the past few years. That initial freshman aroma dissolved with the discovery of deodorant, and we developed into fully grown, intelligent, good-looking upperclassmen. But senior year was a big change in itself, as that old cramped building, which was actually a little bit homey, was left behind, and we were lucky enough to experience a brand new building. Although the navigation was a struggle at first, we took on the role of leading the underclassmen through the same confusion that we had felt 3 years earlier, and had subsequently rediscovered with this transition. We proved to the freshmen that they wouldn't always be the small fish in the big pond, just as we had developed into the big fish in the small pond, which actually became a bigger pond, but still. These ponds are puddles compared to what we will encounter next year. Whether attending a university, entering the workforce, army, or whatever path we intend to travel on, that big pond won't always feel so big. As we proved this year, change can be a great thing, and we are about to encounter a lot of it. I ended my advice saying, embrace these changes as we move on to high school. And that's exactly what we can do now. Embrace these changes and learn what incredible things our futures have in store. As 8th graders, we feared the departure of our friends to St. John's and BVT and other local high schools. I tried to calm those nerves with this. Just because some of us are going to different schools doesn't mean that the friendships that we have are going to change because of it. If anything, it's going to make us stronger. While the high schools that our friends left to felt like they were thousands of miles away at first, the reality is that come September, some of our friends will actually be thousands of miles away. Still, the transition into high school somehow dissolved those invisible lines between one friend group and another group and yet another beyond that. People weren't afraid to get to know each other, and as a result, the unity of this class is as strong as it is today. While we may not all be friends, we've all shared something together. The groundbreaking of the construction of our new building, the dedication of the lights on our football field to Kevin Bolter, the semi-formal we hosted with a surprise visit from Santa, who was actually Mr. Pig. Tomorrow starts a new story for each of us, but the unity of this class will not fade away. Some of us have been together since elementary school, or even preschool, and we will always share those ties of how we became who we are today. I ended my speech 4 years ago with these words of wisdom, and I'll sum up today's with them now. Over the past few years, we followed the path that was given to us. Now, it's time for us to create our own. We figured out who we want to be, and now is the time that we get to pursue it. My advice from 4 years ago in itself proves one thing. Some things always remain. They just alter depending on the situation. We're all going in different directions, but we all have the same starting point. And in the end, that's where we all find comfort in a shared privilege. And where we began, here in Grafton, and whether we find ourselves moving forward, whether it be within Grafton or beyond, well, that's the beauty of eternal growth, as well as the beauty of eternal change. Because of our starting point here, our dreams are ready to be found everywhere. I wish you all the best of luck in pursuing your dreams, and I'm so thankful to have been a part of the class of 2013. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Mary Steigels, and I'm the president of the Student Council. I will be attending Boston College and majoring in biology. I would like to begin by welcoming Dr. Cummings, members of the school committee, Mr. Pignataro, Mrs. Cohen, faculty members, honored guests, family, friends, and of course, the class of 2013, to this year's graduation ceremony. Just for a moment, imagine a time back before we all knew one another. We didn't know each other's names, who we hung around with, or what kind of people we were. When we were little, the first day of elementary school was about sizing up the kids in your new class. At the first of countless morning meetings, we sat crisscross applesauce on red carpet and would listen as each person would say their name and what they wanted to be when they grew up. At 5 years old, nothing stopped us from becoming astronauts, firefighters, doctors, or my personal favorite, the President of the United States. This is where our story began. Looking back, it's not the big moments we remember, like our first birthday party or the day we learned to ride a bike. It's the little things, humming the national anthem with kazoos on Flag Day, or the time your friend scraped their knee during a play date and you thought they'd never come over again. These are the things we remember. 9 years later, we sat in the squeaky seats of the old auditorium on our first day of high school. We were the same kids who watched Full House and played hide and seek after school, except we were a whole lot bigger and a little bit wiser. Mr. Pignataro stood in front of us and told us our high school years would fly by. He told us to seize every opportunity, and so we did. We waited for the big moments, the homecoming dance, the big game, the opening night. But once again, it was the little moments that made the difference. The best times came when they were least expected, when you got stuck in a class with no friends and got to know new people you never would have met, or when there was a random day off because of swine flu or a fire alarm, and you got to spend it with your best friends. Now, we're graduating high school, and almost without realizing it, we've spent 13 years of our lives together. Since that first day of elementary school, we've had 13 years to start writing our story. Sometime in those years, we decided what mattered to us and what didn't, and we built ourselves around those things. But when you look back on this day, you won't remember the speeches or how many medals you were wearing. You'll remember the little things, the advice your dad gave you on the way over, or the time you spent with your closest friends afterwards. For 4 years, we have written our story, the story of the class of 2013. We will be remembered by our teammates, by our teachers, by the people we have said hello to in the hall. We will be remembered by the little moments that we thought were long forgotten. But today is the start of a new story. Sitting in front of you are 164 students about to graduate high school. We are your children, your students, your siblings, your friends. That means 164 favorite songs, 164 first dates, 164 best friends. There are 164 of us in the class of 2013, each with ambitions, routines, worries, and memories, each with a story to tell. We all are here today wearing the same caps and gowns and graduating from the same high school, but for each of us, this is just the beginning of our story. So the class of 2013, Whenever you leave the house, make sure this world can see you shine. Never be afraid of all the amazing things that live inside of you. Never forget that you have your own story to tell. While you're writing it, don't miss out on the little things while you're waiting for the big moments. Your life doesn't always have to look good on a resume. You don't have to assess your life in terms of how it will look at your high school reunion. Life doesn't have to be impressive, but it should always be interesting. To my classmates, I wish you the best of luck wherever life takes you after you cross this stage. Thank you.
Please note that in your program there is a list of community scholarships that were presented to seniors at awards night last night. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all the families and organizations that support our students with their generous contribution by way of scholarships. Over $50,000 in scholarships is being awarded to members of this year's graduating class. The first award this evening is the Seishu Strong Community Service Scholarship. This scholarship is given in memory of Seishu MV Kandakuri, who despite a long, difficult battle with cancer, proudly graduated with his Grafton High School class of 2011. Seishu's courage and strength sparked an outpouring of support from the school and community. This scholarship is given to 2 students who have positively influenced others through their participation in community service. Presenting the scholarship tonight is Rao K. and Padma Kandakuri, Seishu's parents. The recipients are Jacqueline Brennan and Colin White. Jeff Buskowski Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is dedicated to the memory of Jeff Buskowski, an accomplished musician, piano teacher, and member of several jazz and rock bands in Worcester County. This scholarship is given to a student who loves music and has been involved in music in the school or community. This scholarship is presented tonight by Jeff's sister, Carol Daphne. The recipient is Martin Wyatt. The Kristen Claire Corey Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is dedicated to the memory of Kristen Corey, a member of the class of 2007. She was a 16-year-old student who loved life. She was a team soccer player and a friend to many. The award is presented tonight by Kristen's mother, Carolyn Corey, Kristen's sister, Jennifer Lafort, and niece, Casey Corey. The recipient is Katrina Texera. Marion Bolak, Grafton Suburban Credit Union Scholarship. This scholarship is given to deserving members of the class of 2013 in memory of Marion Bolak. The award is presented by Mr. Charles Bolak. The recipients are Christopher Gagney and Julie McCormick.
That's yours. Congratulations.
The Charles N. Bolak Grafton Suburban Credit Union Scholarship. This scholarship is awarded to deserving students who intend to further their education at the post-secondary level. The award is presented again by Mr. Charles Bolak, and the recipients are Brady Anderson, Sydney Paget, and Katrina Texera.
I'll give you a hug too. We love you all.
Thank you. Okay.
This is a special one for me. I knew my father before she was born.
All right. Yes, thank you. Grafton Lions Club Memorial Scholarship. The Grafton Lions Club is presenting this scholarship to a senior who has been involved in various activities in the community. Presenting the award is John Reamer, president of the Grafton Lions Club. The recipient is Julia Welch. Grafton Fire Department Engine Company Number 2, given in memory of James L. Peterson. This scholarship was established in 1987 in memory of Mrs. Diane Peterson's husband, Mass State Representative George Peterson's brother, and our friend and fellow firefighter, Jimmy Peterson. The award will be presented this evening by Captain Stephen Roney of the Grafton Fire Department and Mrs. Diane Peterson. The recipient is Nathan Piet. Armand Dauphiné Memorial Scholarship, established in 1990 by the Dauphiné family in memory of Armand Dauphiné. This scholarship is given to a deserving student who plans to enroll in business at the collegiate level. The award is presented tonight by Carrie Amaro, granddaughter of Armand Dauphiné. The recipient is Patrick Lorden. Grafton Soccer Club Jerry Vandenagel Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is awarded by the Grafton Soccer Club to 2 graduating high school students in recognition of their contribution to the sport of soccer in Grafton. Presenting the award is Carol Dauphiné, Grafton Soccer Club board member. The recipients are Olivia Paget and Mary Steigels. Grafton High School Theater Arts Scholarship. This scholarship was established in 2009 to support graduates pursuing a career in the performing arts industry. Presenting the scholarship tonight is theatrical director Megan Patrick. The recipient is Rosemary Legg. Grafton Youth Lacrosse Scholarship. The Grafton Youth Lacrosse Association awards service scholarships annually to the students who have exhibited good sportsmanship and have contributed most to the sport of lacrosse in the Grafton community. Here to present the award is previous recipient Danielle Robidoux. The recipients are Kelsey Liver, Brian Robidoux, and Eric Thompson. Grafton Athletic Booster Club. The Grafton Athletic Booster Club awards 7 $500 scholarships to student athletes from Grafton High School. The recipients are Corey Charpentier, Caitlin Chenard, Sawyer Coleman, Tara Fayford, Nathan Piet, Tyler Riley, and Brian Robidoux. Again, we would like to thank all of the community members for their generous contributions to the class of 2013. Please give another round of applause to this year's scholarship award recipient. At this time, I'd like to introduce Sawyer Coleman, Christopher Kazupi, Lauren Donaldson, Madeline Facehold, Christopher Gagney, Elise LeBounty, Rosemary Legg, Catherine Resker, and Kelly Rourke, who will be singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, What a Wonderful World by Iz.
true. Ooh, I see trees of green and I see red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and I see clouds of white and the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people passing by. And I see friends shaking hands saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. And I hear babies crying and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Ooh, someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, high above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dare to, oh why can't I? Ooh,
Let's give another round of applause for those students. Good evening. I'd like to welcome Dr. Cummings, members of the school committee, honored guests, parents, guardians, grandparents, family members, faculty, staff, and most importantly, the class of 2013. There are many graduates of Grafton High School in attendance tonight, some within the last few years and others as far back as 1944. Would all the Grafton High School graduates please stand to be recognized? We are so pleased that you're a part of our ceremony tonight, and we thank you very much for coming. Students in the class of 2013, although this is your night, I'd like to thank and recognize other members of the Grafton community that have helped you along the way. Our assistant principal, Mrs. Cohen. She has worked very hard with faculty, staff, and students to make our school one that you can be very proud to be graduating from. Your senior class advisors, Mrs. Bailey and Mrs. Olson. Thank you for all your time and effort on behalf of the senior class. Mrs. Harris, Mrs. Scheinbart, Mrs. McCarthy, Mrs. Carizzi, our secretaries. Thank you for all your help in organizing class night and graduation. Faculty and staff of all grade levels in Grafton and central office personnel, please stand to be recognized. Faculty and staff. Thank you for all of the hours and hard work that you've devoted to our graduates. Parents and guardians of the class of 2013, please stand to be recognized. Thank you for your guidance and support of your son or daughter. I'd like to thank the following people. Thank you to Mr. Trombley and the band for sharing their time and talent with us here tonight. Also thanks to the senior class officers, Caitlin Chenard, Erin Mulvey, Brianna Wise, and Mary Steigels for your efforts on behalf of the senior class. You will hear about some of the events in this class that is sponsored over the past 4 years, and these young women have had a significant role in all of them. Class of 2013, if you think back to your freshman year, it was your first week of school, and we talked to you about how fulfilling your high school experience could be, depending upon what you put into it. Your junior year, we talked to you about the importance of setting a positive tone to be leaders as we transition to the new school. You have made your high school career a positive one in terms of making the most out of this opportunity each and every year. And you will continue to do so as you meet new challenges throughout your lifetime. Although many of you have been involved in different activities, have had different groups of friends and interests, you are collectively one of the strongest classes to leave Grafton High School, as you have made our school a much better place for all students to excel in a wide variety of areas. There have been challenges along the way, but overall, there are so many good things that have happened, and I would like to highlight some of them. The work of our seniors began over the summer, with many people helping out with either our iPad deployment or school building tours. Will DeCenzo, Eric Thompson, Veronica Burke, Yimi Zhang, Ryan Lima, Katrina Texera are just some of the students who are involved in these efforts. Maddie Faisal, Kat Resker, Chris Gagney, Rosie Legg excelled in our theater arts. Performance over the years, such as Les Miserables, Legally Blonde, and Urinetown, have continued the great productions that we have at our school. Chris Kazupi is not only a talented young man, but has demonstrated through his actions what a school citizen should be all about. Maddie Marks, brand new to Grafton High School this year, became one of our yearbook editors. We saw the tremendous success of Rockstock this year, and that is due to the efforts of Nick Martin, who not only organized the show, but showed off his singing talents as well. We've seen David Steinmetz, Connor Reining, Haley Hospod, Sawyer Coleman, Chelsea Kavik, and Hannah Walton work with our special education students either in a class or with our Best Buddies program. The care and respect that they have shown toward other students is what is best about Grafton High School. Our student council program has been very successful due to the efforts of many people. But Mary Steigels, through her leadership, has made our student council a program that other schools in the state hope to emulate. She's the first GHS student to serve on the state board for student council, and she has opened up the door for future students at our school to reach the same level of achievement. Student council has also played an important role in starting two outstanding programs, unified bocce and track teams, that involve many students from a wide variety of areas within our school. These programs have brought a sense of comfort and respect between many students. There are students who contribute to our school, but whose efforts you may not know about. Julia McCormick, Lauren Ruggieri, and Jax Brennan. They have taken on many roles and helped out several groups at our school, and when called upon, they have put their time and effort into making our school and their class much better. Tristan Tay has been recognized for his impressive academic success at the national level. Our Mr. GHS show was a great success due to the efforts of many students mentioned in my remarks, but I'd also like to recognize Olivia Paget, Rachel Lennon, and Abby LeMay for their contribution to the show. Although they did a great job, I do think they could have put a halt to John Coughlin performing as Adele. At our art show, the halls were alive with the outstanding artwork of Ricky Hamilton, Bethany Proctor, and Jorge Jimenez. We've seen our strong senior class lead our football team to the Division IV Super Bowl championship. What made this game so special was not only the victory, but as Doug Overman said in the newspaper the next day, it is not just being able to win it for ourselves and for our program and for the school, but it's also being able to win it for the town. Our winter cheerleading team won the state championship, and much of this success was due to the efforts of Lisa Bradshaw. Our hockey team won the district championship and played in the state finals under the leadership of Michael Palmer, Patrick Lorden, and Darren Richard. We have high hopes that teams currently competing, such as our lacrosse team with Tyler Riley, Brian Rotatori, Eric Thompson, and our softball team with Allie Page, Tess Fitzmaurice, Marissa Ruggiero, and Tara Faford will bring to Grafton a district or state championship. Many student organizations in this class have continued the great tradition at Grafton High School of giving back to their community. For example, the National Honor Society, led by Kelly Rock, organized a No Stomach for Cancer walk. The Student Council raised funds for a family displaced from their home due to a fire. The family community leaders organized a fund to raise money to bring awareness to skin cancer. And SAD and peer leaders brought in various town departments to sponsor Safety Week. I had the opportunity to read a senior essay in which this student witnessed the generosity of a local businessman and how he went above and beyond to help townspeople in ways that no one will ever hear about. It was important to this student, and I believe it further demonstrates the care and support that many of the seniors demonstrate every day. These are only a few of the outstanding accomplishments from students in this class. There are so many more examples, and you should be very proud of each and every one of them. I leave you with this quote from Mark Twain about making the most out of an opportunity. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. So throw off the bowlines, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, and discover. As individuals and as a class, you have made the most of your high school years. And this has provided for you a strong foundation as you prepare to take on the next challenge of your life. Although you are leaving our school, please remember that we at Grafton High School are always here to help you. I wish you the very best of health, happiness, and success. And it's been my privilege to serve as your principal. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to call Dr. Cummings and Mrs. Halloran, school committee member, to the stage. Dr. Cummings, members of the school committee, guests, parents, fellow teachers and staff, and members of the Grafton community. It is my duty and privilege on this 31st day of May 2013 to certify to all of these young men and women gathered here this evening have successfully completed the Grafton High School course of studies and successfully completed all requirements established by the State Board of Education and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and should hereby be awarded their Grafton High School diploma so that they may assume their role as courageous, capable, caring, and active contributors to the world in which they live. Congratulations, graduates. Wait one second. Yeah. Kathy, you're going to be on the top. Down here. Yep. Caitlin Marie Chenard.
Mary Elizabeth Steigels. Brianna Lynn Wise. Erin Jacqueline Mulvey. Presenting Erin's diploma is her father, Robert, former member of the school committee. Yimin Zhang. Tristan Jinwei Tay. Hannah Margaret Walton. Christopher Ryan Gagney. Julia Marie McCormick. Ryan Robert Lima. Marissa Victoria Ruggiero. Sawyer Ian Coleman. Christopher Robert Kazupi. Lauren Marie Donaldson. Madeline Mary Fasold. Elise Marie LaBounty. Rosemary Ann Legg. Catherine Alice Resker. Kelly Elizabeth Rourke. Brady Christopher Anderson. Benjamin Joseph Barisi. Matthew Kent Bartoloni. Teddy Allen Barkowitz. Marissa Lee Barton. Matthew Walter Benoit. Kendall Shea Bergenholtz. Tyler Calvin Berry. Lilia Catherine Boaboy. Brandon Michael Boudiette. Lisa Malou Bradshaw. Jacqueline Nicole Brennan. Gregory Alexander Brett. Elijah Bennett Brooks. Veronica Anne-Marie Burke. Renan Day Campos. Corey Joseph Charpentier. Scott Michael Clark. Jonathan Randall Coleman. Michael Arthur Collette. Matthew David Cody. Lee Alexander Cause. Michael Perry Cozzolino.
Jonathan Edward Coughlin. Anthony Warren D'Amico. Ryan Edward Dentremont. Courtney Lee Delaney. Ryan John Demers. William Elliott DeCenzo. Brandy Nicole Dogel. Nithin Donapudi. William Bray Dumpy. Kyle Roy Durand. Peter John Edwards. Andrew Cipriano Aloso. Joshua Maynard Evans. Tara Marie Fayford. Tess Elena Fitzmaurice. Lysandra Marie Gomez. Brianna Bly Grignon. Yunshin James Gu. Brandon Richard Guyette. Benjamin Cornelius Halpin. Richard Warren Hamilton. Rebecca Allison Harding. Robert Joseph Haskins. Taylor Ray Hatfield. Nicholas Van Hitchings. Jason Michael Holdsworth. Haley Midori Hospid. Marika Watkins Jelovich. Lonnie Wayne House. Alyssa Lynn Ayagallo. Jorge Felipe Jimenez. Taylor Christian Jonkis. Zachary Richard Jones. Rebecca Jean Kaplan. Chelsea Ann Kavik. Casey Marie Kenyon. Alok Sanjay Karidia. Nicole Jessica Kim. Megan Erin Krushinsky. Mary Rose LaLiberty. Justin Tyler Lane Quayle. Heather Rose LaPierre. Abigail Rose LeMay. Presenting Abigail's diploma to her is her grandfather, Raymond LeMay, former principal at Grafton High School. Rachel Ann Lennon. Rebecca Jane Leonard. Jacqueline Justine Lesniak Brothers. Nicholas DeRocha Lima. Ryan James Lindstrom. Alan Jill Long. China Rose Amy Lopes. Patrick Joseph Lorden. Anushka Lotan. Kelsey Elizabeth Blyver. Callum Lindsay McDuffie. Luke Thomas Magnan. Amanda Rose Morrow. Nicholas Carlton Martin. Madison Renee Marks. Justin Matthew McGrath. John Paul Melanson. Ian Corson Milos. Caroline Allison Moriarty. Cody Michael Munoz. Aiden Matthew Milligan. Stephen Mitchell Najami. Ariel Ferreira Nascimento. Lena Hong Wing. Anne Catherine Nichols. Austin Patrick O'Connor. Sarah Zayad O'Day. Douglas Paul Overman. Sarah Disa Ouellette. Olivia Grace Paget.
No.
Sydney Teresa Paget. Presenting Sydney's diploma is her father, Brooke Paget, member of the Selectmen. Alexandra Rose Page. Michael William Palmer. Robert Joseph Parsons. Nathan David Piet. Ryan Thomas Paulselli. Bethany Grace Proctor. Morgan Elizabeth Reardon. Tyler John Riley. Darren Luke Richard. Lauren Nicole Ruggieri. Benjamin Richard Rolfe. Brian Michael Rotatori. Conrad Steve Rybicki. Connor Lewis Reining. Presenting Connor's diploma is his mother, Daryl Reining, a member of the school committee. Matthew Paul Shenna. Michael Francis Shenna III. James Edward Shannon. Harrison Leland Shaw. Allison Baxter Sheridan. Lauren Elizabeth Shropshire. Zachary Charles Small. David Nils Steinmetz. Nicholas Russell Civic. Andrew Allen Swenson.
Nick, congratulations, buddy. Good job.
Matthew James Taylor.
Congratulations.
Katrina Elizabeth Texera.
Matt, congratulations.
Brianna Rose Thomas.
Congratulations.
Eric Kirby Thompson.
Congratulations.
Megan Navala-Rapali. Matthew David Vandal. Sarah Ann Vogel.
Dustin Matthew Walsh. Kaylee Eileen Weaver. Julia Ann Welch. Kayla Marie Welds. Colin Montgomery White. Randy Lee Witten. Martin Noble Wyatt. Brian William Zimmer.
Hanover.